Freddie Rubino here with the Freddie Rubino podcast. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. It is December 21st, 2022. You never know. There could be a nuclear holocaust, and all of a sudden you're like, let's go through these old podcasts for 20 years ago. And that's why I put the date on, because there's nothing like post-nuclear holocaust podcasts. I'm telling you, they're going to be all the rage. If I were you, I would record every single one of these, and you'll be a billionaire, or you'll be dead from the Holocaust. Anyway, welcome. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm having a cocktail. It's, during the holidays, you could say I'm having some cheer. After the holidays, you're a drunk. You're a fucking alcoholic drunk, no good, do not. But during the holidays, and the drunker you get, they say, look how cheerful he is. You know what I'm saying? That's why you tell your friends, let's go get motherfucking cheerful tonight. That's good. That's Jack Daniels with a little bit of ginger ale. It's perfect. Anyway, I always start with a Biden update. This week, Biden said that he created 1 million. This quarter, he created 1 million new jobs so that the economy will start taking off and going through the roof. Now, here's the thing. Anybody with a cell phone, anybody with a laptop, anybody who's a fucking alive could just Google and know that only 10,000 jobs were created. And nothing is said. Nothing is said. Let me tell you something. Trump would say things like, I had this much at my inauguration. He's a liar. Oh, my God, he's a liar. Let's impeach him. Let's impeach him. Understand? Oh, he's saying that the election might have been rigged. Let's impeach him. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton saying that the elections have been rigged since 2016. Hillary Clinton has a tour saying she was robbed. Okay? And just the other day, another big politician says Trump stole the election. So this is not groundbreaking news. So anyway, when Trump says it's fucking lies. This guy gets up in front of the country and says, now, he says 1 million jobs. It's not. So you have to think now. He's one of two things. He's a liar. We know he's a liar because he came out and there's videos of him saying marriage is between a man and a woman. It always should be. This country is upside down. It's despicable. And then he gets up now and he goes, oh, no. This is despicable that people don't want gays and lesbians to get married. We all know he's a liar. We know. He said he was raised Puerto Rican. He said his kid died in action. He didn't. He's just. But now you got to think this guy is so fucking out there and so deranged and so fucking crazy. I got to give him a little bit. I used to think he was just a really low piece of shit. But now I'm seeing that maybe he's just fucking so out of it. So dementia-filled, Alzheimer's out, medicated up person that he doesn't know. He doesn't know. I mean, the other last week in front of a teleprompter, he said they have it what to read, and it says end quote, period. He says end quote, period. Then he says repeat. This is what they're telling him to do, and he's reading it. I'm sure they went over this. Believe me, it's a speech in front of the whole fucking world. They go over it. He don't remember. So I'm thinking that he don't know 1 million from 10,000. He don't know. He don't know. This is a guy who's in charge of this. And you know, before I get into that, earlier this week, he gave a speech in front of I think it was union leaders. And he said this long word. It didn't have any vowels in it. He said he was saying something about manufacturing, and he says, and I was like, What the fuck is vision mean? What were you going for? And it's not like he stops and goes, wait a minute, let me get that. No, he goes on. That's one of the big fucking tells of mental illness. When you don't know that words that are coming out of your mouth don't make fucking sense. I had an aunt that has stroke. She would say the same word over and over. A lot of people know when people get old and their dementia goes, sometimes they get stuck on a word. Boom. She would say Wally, Wally, Wally. She'd put a piece of paper there, Wally. She would give you a fucking candy, Wally. That's it. You walked around, you made believe she was talking, you took the candy, even if the candy had lint on it and it was disgusting, you eat the fucking candy. Because she was a great person at one time. So this is what's happening with this fucking guy. All these fucking leaders, and the people clapped. They clapped like they fucking knew. It's like the Twilight Zone. Like the guy, no one knows what he's saying, but yay! It's fucking crazy. It's so crazy, and I don't blame him. I blame the millions of fucking assholes who make believe it's not happening. They're making believe it's not happening. And hey, and the union leaders were like raising their hands, like fucking. Why don't you put that on a bumper? 2024 vision. Oh my God! And they make believe it's not fucking happening. It just goes on. It goes on. He got up the other day and he said, I'm Joe Biden's husband. I'm Joe Biden's husband. Hey! This is what I'm saying. This is how fucking crazy it's gotten. And I get people on social media, I get people emailing me and threatening me and saying, you shouldn't make fun of him. He's the leader of the free fucking world. He's not running the bodega down the block. He's in charge of everything. Millions and millions of people's lives hang in the balance. And he's saying, you can't, we can't go on like this. We can't go on like this. The fucking Republican Party doesn't have anybody that steps in. They don't have somebody constantly talking, saying, I am the head fucking psychiatrist at the fucking Mayo Institute. And I'm telling you that this guy is not even there anymore. Do we want him talking to China? A million jobs? 10,000? By the way, he's bragging about the economy. Is there anyone in the United States that still doesn't know that our economy is in the shitter? Every economic expert is saying with very soon the whole economy is going to crash. They're all saying it. It's just a degree of how. This fucking listen to me. Everything is based on energy. Everything is based on fossil fuels. Okay? Let me just get into that for 1 second. This is what is crashing the world's economy. Now, when it crashes the United States economy, you still might have enough money. Young people can move in with their family. I have a pension. People will probably make it. Not saying that the poor ain't going to suffer. The poor, fuck, they won't afford to heat their homes. They're going to freeze to death. They're going to fucking die of heat exhaustion. It's going to be really bad for the poor. Middle class and rich, they're just going to make it. But these are the countries. There are countries now that are just getting like clean drinking water. They're just getting a couple of factories. They're just starting to move from living in fucking dire poverty, the likes of which we've never seen before. And they're going to come out. They're going to come out. They're going to start a basic economy. They're going to do. There's a lot of countries in Africa. There's some Middle Eastern countries. There's all these countries, the Yakakistans and Muskakistan. A lot of those countries, they're starting to come out, and it's all based on factories that burn fossil fuels. This is fucking 20 years ago, 5th grade political science, earth science. It's all based on that. So when we do this green fucking nonsense, those countries are fucked. They're going back to the Stone Age. They cannot develop. It's a way of crushing developing countries. Okay, that's a globalist fucking idea. All these Democrats say, oh, we got to get away from we got to tax the rich. What you're doing is you're crushing the poor, crushing them. And not they're going to suffer, they're going to die. I don't think people understand this, that they die, these people. Cocktail sip. So when they do that, and if you don't think it's true, you don't even have to look at those poor countries. Look at what happens this winter in Europe when the cost to heat your home goes through the fucking roof because of green deals and because you're fucking with Russia, who supplies a lot of their oil and gas. Wait until you see what happens. Now, I know they probably won't report it because it goes against the narrative, but you are going to see people freezing to death in developed European countries, in Germany, in Italy, in Greece. You understand? Spain, France, people are going to die from the cold. Not that they can't afford the fucking heat. And if that's happening in developed Russia, could you imagine what's going to happen in these developing countries? They're done. They're done. So I know I got a little off topic there, but this is what I'm saying. This guy is the fucking leader of the free world. People are counting on him to support, to raise them up, to fucking be good. When America's strong, the whole world is strong. When America's prosper, the whole world prospers. When you fucking have a leader of the United States deliberately sinking the fucking country economically, you are killing so many fucking people. What do you think? Why do you think there's such a rush at the fucking border now? Why are there record numbers? Besides the fact that the fucking president says, come on in, we're not getting rid of them. If you don't believe it, look at the fucking debate. He says, I'm going to open the borders. This country is stronger with immigrants coming in. Okay? They're fucking suffering there too. What's happening is in the Nicaragua, fucking Mexico, large parts of Mexico, all these places are run now by cartels and warlords. They're the only ones who have money because they're fucking smuggling shit in. So they're running those countries now. And if you don't fucking do what they say, you're fucked. You starve to death or your head's cut off, thrown in the Rio Grande. So this is what I'm saying. This fucking guy, Zizabizhevit, who fucking comes out there and says this shit, and now you're fucking, and you don't even know what this fucking guy is saying. Don't even know what he's saying, and they're clapping. Oh, it drives me crazy. And whatever, you know what drives me more crazy? You got guys like Rob Reiner on Twitter. Rob Reiner tweets 3 times a day about Trump. Fucking Trump, we got to get him. He's a fucking threat to society. He's fucking deranged. They fucking deranged people. Now, I don't know whether it's why Hollywood goes so hard against Trump. They're millionaires. They live in fucking lavish lifestyles. I don't know why. You give me a lavish lifestyle, I don't give a fuck. Okay? I'd be doing great. This guy is so fucking deranged. Is he worried? What is he worried about with Trump? The minute fucking Trump started to fucking uncover pedophile rings and human sex trafficking, Hollywood went fucking crazy. And I don't know about you. I was raised on the streets. When that happens, you got to think, you got to fucking watch it. These people are all into it. Why would they be so obsessed? He's out. Big fucking deal. He's out. Good. Goodbye. Cuomo, I hated his fucking guts because he was a fucking rat bastard in New York governor. He killed all those people with COVID. He sent them into nursing homes and killed them. Killed them. He's a murderer. But when he was out of office, I was like, okay, thank God he didn't kill any of my family. So it was easy for me. But once he got out of office, I was like, okay, he's gone. I'm not fucking at my computer all day saying that fucking Cuomo, they better go after him. That cunt's you got to be fucking deranged. Or you got to be worried That like if Cuomo said, "Hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go after fucking comedians. We're gonna fucking put them all in jail." Then I'd be like, we gotta get rid of this Cuomo. We gotta lock him up before he gets me." And that's got to be what's happening with all these fucking deranged idiots who want to go after fucking Trump. They're deranged. It's craziness, and I don't understand it. Sip a cocktail, cheer. Remember, it's cheer. Okay, so Christmas time. It's Christmas season. Christmas is the birth of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was promised in the Old Testament. Thousands of years ago, God promised a Savior so we could go to heaven. None of us could go to heaven without our sins being forgiven. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. I love Jesus Christ for being my Lord. Now I'm going to say to America's a big Christian country. And even if you're not Christian, if you're Jewish or if you're a liberal Muslim, you're okay with Christians, okay? You have Christian friends, you love them, we love you. So if something was happening, like when shit goes down and there's anti-Semitic stuff going on, like when the New York Times posts stuff that's anti-Semitic, or those Democratic senators, the squad, just rip Jews and talk about anti-Semitism like it's acceptable. And when Nancy Pelosi says it's okay if they say anti-Semitic stuff because they're from Somalia, I don't fucking get it either. But I'm not for it. I'm offended for my Jewish friends and my Jewish relatives, and I don't stand for it either. So what if I told you, all my Christian friends out there ready to celebrate the Christmas season, that there is a country out there, a very popular country right now in the world, that is rounding up Christian and Catholic priests, wherever they are, and putting them in jail? What if I told you that right now there's a country that is closing Catholic Church and Christian denominations all over their country, and they just made an announcement, and they're executing some just disappear. You know how these fucking totalitarian countries are. They don't, but there's a country now that is so severe, and it's not China, and China's brutal to Christians. This country is right now is being worse to, wouldn't that be a terrible Christmas thing? Wouldn't that be an outrage? Now, this country's leader just put out a statement saying that if you are a Christian and you are in our country, you will observe Christmas only and on an approved way. It has to be state approved in how and where and when you do it. Otherwise, you will be put to jail. Your family will be put to jail. We will seize your house. We will arrest your minister. Wouldn't that be disturbing? It is. It's happening right now. And everyone knows about it in our government. And not one government leader has come forward and denounced it. Not one. Now, here's the tug, as we like to say. This country, we are giving billions and billions of dollars to. Yes. Yes. It is the Ukraine. The Ukraine has a vicious assault. First of all, there's no free press there anymore. The guy fucking yells democracy. Biden says we have to fucking fight the Russians to secure democracy. What fucking democracy? They don't have a free press. If you print anything that is pro-Catholic, you're fucking fired, put in jail for a long fucking time. This isn't a free country. This is worse than China. They're treating Christians. It's the Catholic holiday. It's a Christian holiday. It's Christmas. And we're giving them now the leader of the Ukraine, Zelensky, not Zizavizovy. That's Biden's fucking nightmare. It's a good bumper sticker. I voted for Zizavizovy. Hey, I'm a fucking walking bumper sticker. Now, Zelensky arrives in, today's the 21st of December. Today he arrived in Washington, and he was heralded as the man of the year. The man of the year? This fucking guy is destroying Christianity in his country. Christianity. Do you know about Christianity? Christianity is like love your neighbor. Christianity is forgiveness. Christianity is anyone could be in our religion. Anyone who chooses. We will not force you to. Anyone who chooses to give their life to Christ can be a Christian. And we expect you to live your life in love and forgiveness and prayer and worship to the Prince of Peace. Peace. This is what they're attacking. He's not throwing the Muslims out. Oh, no, 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 no. He's not executing the Muslims and the Shia. Oh, no, 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 no. He's going after Christians. This is a dangerous person. And I don't support it. I don't fucking stand for the Ukraine. I don't fucking like them. They are against everything that is for my beliefs. And if you're a Christian and you know this and you still applaud this piece of garbage, sorry, you're not with us. Okay, so, but here's Zelensky, okay? So this guy is a totalitarian piece of shit. Before the war, the Ukraine was named the most corrupt country in Europe. The most corrupt. Not number 2, not number 3, the most corrupt. Understand? They were the fucking Wayne Gretzky of corrupt countries. They were the greatest. They were the Michael Jordan. No one came close. Who's the best? Jordan. Who's the most corrupt? Ukraine. It's fucking obvious. They wear the crown. They got the belt. Everybody knew it. Then all of a sudden we found out that the fucking Biden administration, his son and the father as a vice president was fucking getting paid off through there. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. The most corrupt. So the country that's known to be the most fucking corrupt, the most money laundering, organized crime fucking country in the fucking free world now goes to war against Russia, and we're pouring in billions of dollars. Now, let me just say one thing. There were a couple of politicians, Republicans, who says, can we have a little accountability? Where is the money going? Can we see exactly where the money is going? There's tens of billions missing, unaccounted for, don't know where it is, don't know whose account it is. But I can tell you right now, if the people cutting the checks keep cutting the checks for billions of dollars, giving it to them, and not paying attention that a lot of shit is missing, who the fuck you think is keeping it? It's being fucking robbed by these politicians. That's why they stood up today and they gave him a standing ovation. You're killing Christians? Who gives a fuck? I'm getting $20 million every time you get money. Yay! That's why they're all fucking voting to give them the money. Because they're shaving it. Come on. Wake the fuck up. And listen, this country's fucked, and I can tell you why. Because no matter how many times you tell people these facts, they don't give a fuck. They think the Democratic Party is like a team, like the fucking Jets, and they stand behind them. I don't care I can't buy fucking food anymore. I don't care I can't heat my house. I'm with the Democrats. These fucking people are not, they forget that it's whoever's best for this country. When Donald Trump fucking taxed China, He taxed them. It was the first time China was giving money to us. It was the first time. All the other times before Trump, there were books written by world-class economists saying we are going to be slaves to China very soon. And when he reversed it, they never thought it could happen. They were like, we got a chance. This country has a chance. Boom. Hunter Biden starts taking fucking money from China. Boom. Biden starts taking money from China. Boom. We're in league with China, every fucking thing. We're fucked. We're fucked. And it's the people. That half this country still supports the destruction of the United States. And listen, it leads to a fucking total collapse. Let me just tell you one thing. Now we know that the CIA, the FBI, and the Department of Justice are all being told what to do through the Democratic Party. They're told who to investigate. They're told who not to investigate. They're told who to threaten. They're told who to regulate. This country is set up with checks and balances. Grab your son's 5th grade fucking political science textbook and read how this country is made great. There's there's the executive, there's the legislative, and everybody evens themselves out. There's 3 branches. We all fucking we check on each other, and that's what keeps it all on the up and up. But now, what happened was, now there's the strong arm of the government is strictly on the Democratic side. And everyone's cheering about it. You see these fucking nut jobs. They're like, yeah, let's go after people. Let's go after the January 6th people with cell phones taking pictures of the fucking riot. They're like, put them in jail. Strip them of all their rights. Terrorize them. Make them commit suicide. That's what's happening. People who are charged now are committing suicide because their lives have been ruined because they're taking a fucking picture. But the fucking people who burnt down fucking Minnesota, nothing. They were given fucking checks during COVID. In jail, some of them were getting. All right. Anyway, here's my fucking point. That when these checks and balances are given away, and the FBI and Department of Justice and the IRS and all of these fucking people are in the palm of the hand of one branch, whether it's Republican or Democrat, right now it's in the hands of the Democrat. They could do anything they want. Checks and balances are gone. We're fucked. And this is what's going to happen. This is what leads to like an emperor, to somebody who's just going to run the country themselves. A Mussolini, a Hitler, like China has, like Russia has. This is how it happens. It gets so bad and everybody applauds. Yes, go after the people who say that if you have a penis, you could give birth. If they don't agree, put them in jail. Yeah, we won. Hey, let's investigate this guy and that guy and that guy. Let's put people in jail for just fucking taking cell phone pictures. And they think they have power, but they're losing power. And what's going to happen is you'll get a guy who claims to be everything you want, just like that. He's going to crack down on all the conservatives. He's going to get rid of these fucking Bible-toting people, and he's going to do all of this shit. And when he gets into power, he's going to say, okay, now I'm in full power. Now I'm going to tell you what the fuck I'm going to do. You know what they do? They get rid of all those fucking people who wanted him in. Oh, yeah. All these people that are sitting home getting checks, they go, no more checks. Round those fucking people up and make them pave roads and build fucking bridges. Forced. All the people who start talking, hey, wait a minute. Get the homosexuals, get rid. They disappear overnight during these fucking tyrants that come in. And you're leaving the fucking door open for that. That's what you open the door to. Because there's no checks and balances anymore. This guy has unlimited fucking power. He has the CIA, the FBI with him. And when he gets in, he goes against every promise, just like they always do. And people disappear overnight. Jails are cleared. Where did they go? I don't know. Mental institutions don't know where they went. They're gone. You got a problem? You want to fucking say something? Nope. Don't you understand? When you vote to get rid of people's fucking freedom in this country, you are fucked. You're fucked. They'll keep the middle class. They'll keep the middle class. Because we got to fucking work and keep things going, and we'll fucking obey because we want to fucking still live a decent life. But the poor and the people getting fucking money and the people who are fucking transgender and this and that and fucking and college professors teaching all kinds of shit, they're all gone that night. That's what you don't fucking realize. Read a fucking book. Read what happened with Mussolini. Read what happened to every single dictator that came in. Death squads followed. Always, always death squads follow. Wake the fuck up, people. Back to Zelensky. Zelensky. He goes to Washington. He's waging war on Christians. That's okay with you? Then you're a piece of human garbage. Anyway, we gave him another $1.8 billion. Okay? We're giving him overall $50 billion. Could you fucking wrap your head around that number? Listen to me. Listen to me what's going on in this world today. Listen to me. Number one, Russia, we're sending them more and more missiles. We're sending them advanced stuff. We're sending them Patriot missiles. We are sending them shit. It's like we're going to war with Russia. Hey, I didn't fucking bargain to go to war with Russia over the fucking sleazy fucking Ukraine. Oh, no, no. If you took a poll before any of this happened and you said, hey, how many people would like inflation to go through the roof that you can't afford a fucking dozen eggs or fill your car up with gas or a fucking head of lettuce? Interest rates are going to go to 12, 13%. No one can buy a house. So we could fucking protect the most corrupt fucking government in Europe against the fucking Russians. Nah, not me. Not me. Why isn't he fucking talking to the Russians? Anyway. Now, if you're the Russians, you got the most nukes in the world. There was just a report that they're realigning their fucking nukes towards Europe and the United States. We're on the verge of a fucking nuclear war, so that they could launder money through the Ukraine. $50 billion. Has been put aside, has been pledged, has been voted on that over this course of the next year or so, it'll be $50 billion. If Russia said, you're building the wall, we're backing the fucking Mexican cartels. We're going to pump in missiles. We're going to pump in fucking drone. We're going to pump in all kinds of weaponry to get on the fucking side of the Mexican cartels to battle you against that wall, and we're gonna fucking... Wouldn't the United States be, what the fuck is that? That's what we're doing. But okay, $50 billion. The wall, when Donald Trump was in office, he says, I want to build a wall because I have to stop. We have to protect our borders. The $50 billion is going to the Ukraine because somebody penetrated their border. Russia. Someone invaded. Someone penetrated their border. They're fucking coming across our border more than Russians. And no one's fucking, and we ain't getting a pay. We didn't have $5 billion. Congress got together and said, we don't have $5 billion. How dare Trump? That's going to come out of your money. You want to pay $5 billion in taxes? What are you, fucking crazy? We don't have it. Fuck him. And he said, look, I'll tax fucking Mexico. I'll get at least half of it. They were like, we don't have it. And we just spent 10 walls. $50 billion. 10 walls could have been built. This is fucking criminal. This is dereliction of fucking duty. This is treason to give up our fucking borders like that. When we obviously have the money, take 10 fucking billion from the Ukraine instead of 50, give them 40 and build a fucking wall. Listen to me about the wall. There has been more immigrant deaths on the wall in the last 2 years than in the history of this country. The wall saves lives. The amount of fentanyl being smuggled across the fucking border is the biggest cause of death amongst young people in the United States. Listen to me. $5 billion would stop the largest amount of death amongst young people in the United States, but we won't do it. We're giving it to the Ukraine. I'm going to tell you something right now. More Americans will die of fentanyl than Ukrainians die against the Russians. Okay? Okay? Does that fucking blow your mind? Listen to me. I'm a fucking construction worker. All I do is fucking find the information. It takes me 2 minutes to find this information. And these fucking people are getting up there and saying, we don't have any money for the wall. We don't care that you and your fucking family are going to be poisoned one day from fentanyl. It's not OD and it's poison. Okay? You're going to get poisoned and murdered from fentanyl. We don't care because we have to fucking spend it in the Ukraine. They're fucking laundering the money, these motherfuckers, and we ain't getting any of it. $50 billion. Okay? There are still people trying to raise money for children's hospitals. But we found $50 billion. Okay? You want to pass a law? Pass one. How about this law? If you're caught with any stocks that are tied to munitions that we sell, you can't hold office. How about that? You don't think these fucking politicians are invested now in all these fucking companies that are making tanks and fucking Patriot missile batteries that we're sending over there? You're crazy. You're out of your mind. But the IRS is looking into Trump's taxes. They're not looking into somebody who's got $100 million who gets paid $200,000 a year. Okay? This is what I'm saying. They're a strong arm now of the Democratic Party. And it's going to lead to a horrible dictator that's going to come to power. And a lot of people are going to suffer. And when I say suffer, I'm saying dead. Okay? There's still people looking for children's hospitals. There's still children suffering in this country because they can't get proper medical care. But we sent $50 billion. I got one even better. Okay? There is a lot of people going to lose their medical coverage. Millions of people are going to lose their medical coverage very soon because there's a gap of 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion gap. And these socialized medicine fucking programs that we have in this country, and a lot of people are going to lose it. 1.5 wisp. You can't plug that and give these people still. Do you know how many people are going to fucking die from that? It's crazy. How are you still a Democrat? How do you not? And I swear to God, when people see this, they're going to send me messages. They're going to say, you don't give a fuck about January 6th. These people are crazy. And they're leading to the destruction of the country. I don't even fucking want to know these people anymore. These people are so adamant. They're so adamant about what Trump wanting to close the border that right now, the largest amount of rapes in the world is at our southern border because the cartel. The human trafficking is the most in the history of the world. More than slavery. More than the slave trade. Human trafficking happening now. They don't care. All they want to know is that they're right. I back the Democrats. It's insanity. It's crazy. I got more for you. There are people in this country who go bankrupt because they get cancer and they can't afford the treatment because their coverage doesn't cover it. The $300,000 or $400,000, $500,000, $1 million sometimes it is. So their coverage runs out and they have to fucking get debit. There are people in this country who die of cancer, and their bills were so much that their widow and their kids have to come up with hundreds of thousands of dollars. It bankrupts generations. And I'm talking about 300 grand that they owe. 300 grand. Oh, your wife survives you. She's living in a house. The house is 250 grand. They take it to pay your bill. You still owe 50 grand. Okay, come and live with me, Ma. Now, you know what? The fucking kid doesn't make that much. He's still got to come up with the money. And we're giving $50 billion. It's fucking crazy. I don't understand this world. I don't understand how people still back it. You got people on Twitter, on Facebook. They are crazy liberals that they want it. They're actively saying, we want people who are peacefully demonstrating put in jail. We want people who who say that they're want to make America great again, put in jail, silenced. It's crazy. It's crazy. All I'm saying to you is, I had other topics, but I'm not going to get to them. We'll get to them next week. Merry Christmas, everybody. Just remember this Christmas that there are Christians suffering in the Ukraine, suffering, being murdered, being rounded up, and persecuted. And let's band together. And let's write our congressman and say, stop with the Ukraine. Stop. Or at least acknowledge. Could you please acknowledge? They gave the guy a fucking standing ovation. Not one person, when he was sitting with Biden, not one person says, why are you suppressing Christianity? They should tell to Biden, why are we supporting someone who's brutal against Christianity? No one asks. No one asks. Because they're afraid, because the Democratic Party has the IRS, the Department of Justice, the FBI, the CIA on their side. It's a complete off balance of power, and that will lead to the destruction of this country. But don't worry about it, because Jesus Christ is your Savior, and we will all go to heaven through Jesus Christ, and he will send us to heaven with God Almighty, and be happy that that's going to be your future. Your future is in paradise, in heaven. So I love you guys. Merry Christmas. And I hope you share this. And I hope it's, I'm going to put this on the Apple podcast soon. So I'm going to have all my podcasts on like Apple Podcasts. So if you're flying, if you're on the bus, you could just, let me listen to Freddie Rubino. And hopefully you could have a cocktail. If it's on the bus, put it in a paper bag. Fuck them. Love you guys.